My beloved child, I want you to pause in this very moment and listen deeply, for this is not merely a word of comfort, but a heavenly proclamation spoken directly to you. You have walked through seasons of waiting, through endless days that seemed to stretch without end, through nights where your prayers echoed without answer. But I declare to you now, your hour has come. Not some distant day, not a vague tomorrow, but right now, in this very moment, heaven is moving to touch earth in your life. You are a divine appointment in my eternal plan. You have not been forgotten, delayed, or overlooked. You have been chosen to be a living testimony of my grace and my faithfulness. I have seen every step you've taken, every silent act of endurance, every tear that fell in the dark, and those tears, they have become seeds sown into the soil of heaven. Now the harvest comes, a harvest of miracles, of restoration, of victory. I know there were moments when you asked, "Why them, Lord, and not me?" But my child, every soul has its appointed hour. Some are called to go ahead and open the way, and some are chosen to come after and bear witness. You belong to the latter, those whom I have prepared to see what others have only heard about. Your waiting has never been wasted. It has been aligning you perfectly with the rhythm of my divine timetable. Understand that my timing is not measured by clocks or calendars, but woven with the threads of grace, wisdom, and everlasting love. I am never rushed, nor am I late, for I know exactly when your heart is ready to receive what I have prepared. Every moment I allow carries a purpose to teach you trust, to refine your faith, to grow you in the light of my presence. Even when you do not understand, know that not a single second is wasted. I am using both your joy and your sorrow, your waiting and your breaking, to complete the glorious masterpiece of your life. And when that masterpiece is revealed, you will exclaim, "Father's timing was perfect." Now you are about to encounter a divine visitation. It is not a moment to fear, but a moment to marvel. Heaven will not merely pass by, it will rest upon your life. Wherever you go will bear the imprint of my glory. You will feel my presence so profoundly that every doubt, every worry, and every limitation will fade away. I will touch your eyes so you may see. As I see, touch your ears so you may hear my voice, and touch your heart so you may know that I live within you. My beloved, you are next in line for miracle upon miracle. Not a small shift, but a breakthrough within a breakthrough. I am not opening just one door, but a succession of doors, for I never do things halfway. When I move in fullness. When I bless abundantly. When I act, I cause both heaven and earth to know that I am your God. Prepare your heart, for you are stepping into a great season of divine transformation. This is not a minor change. It is a spiritual shift of eternal significance. I am lifting you out of the dry ground and placing you in the river of grace. I am giving you wisdom you have never known, discernment that cannot be taught, and understanding that surpasses human knowledge. What once confused you will become clear. What was closed will open like a radiant dawn. I am doing a new thing in your life. It does not dwell in the past, nor is it trapped in regret, nor hindered by failure. It is springing forth now. Can you perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness, causing streams to flow through the desert. I am turning barren lands into blooming gardens, tears into songs, and wounds into testimonies. My child, prepare yourself, for your appointed hour has come. And when the miracle arrives, you will not merely receive it, you will become the very miracle the world has been waiting to behold. You are living in an age of speed, where the light of screens has replaced the light of heaven, where the noise of the world has drowned out my voice. Humanity rushes through endless races, chasing fame, wealth, and the illusion of connection, without realizing they are losing the most precious treasure of all, the peace of their souls. Darkness is no longer simply the absence of light, but the absence of faith. It spreads quietly like the mist of night that settles over the heart, making people forget who they are and why they were born. In this haze, there are souls who have grown weary. They still live, still smile, still labor, yet deep within they have ceased to hope. They pray but hear no answer. They long for peace but find only silence. Yet even within that silence, I am still at work. When human light fades, mine begins to shine. I do not come with thunder or storms, but with a whisper, is gentle yet powerful, a voice that shakes the depths of the soul. My child, it is time to rise. My call is not only for the righteous, but for those fallen in sin and despair. I do not wait for perfection before I call. I call so that you may be made whole. No awakening happens by chance. In my perfect design, every soul has its appointed hour. Just as a seed does not sprout in winter, each heart awakens only when its season arrives. And when that call resounds, nothing can stop it. The hardened heart will soften. The closed spirit will open its gates. The stones of fear, pain, and guilt will crack apart, allowing light to pour in. When I call, everything that once seemed dead within you will come alive again. Your faith, your calling, your dreams, and your courage. Let your heart rest in this truth. I am the one who stands above every limit your mind can conceive. Time cannot contain me. Circumstances cannot hinder me. And what seems impossible is merely an opportunity for me to reveal my glory. When you see a wall, I see a door. When you see delay, I see preparation. When you worry about what is unknown, know that I already hold the outcome in my hand. Therefore, my child, do not fear when you cannot see the path ahead. Simply trust that I am leading you. Do not tremble before what seems impossible, for in that very place I will show you that I am the God of miracles. Everything in me carries purpose, timing, and meaning, and all of it is working for your ultimate good. Let me remind you, in my divine plan, every event unfolds at its perfect time. My timing carries the precision of heaven itself, where all things are arranged with purpose, order, and love. Look back, my child, upon every page of Scripture, and you will see the mark of my timing. I did not give Abraham a son when he desired one, but when he no longer relied on his own strength, so that all glory would belong to me. I allowed Joseph to remain in prison not because I forgot him, but because I was shaping a leader in a place no one could see. I led Moses through 40 years in the wilderness, not to punish him, but to refine the humility that would part the Red Sea. And I made David wait years before ascending the throne, not because I hesitated, but because I was molding a heart that would love me more than any crown. Let these stories become the lamp that lights your faith today. For I, the one who performed great wonders in the past, am still at work with the same power and love in your life now. I do not change, and my strength has not faded. I can still part the seas before your impossibilities, silence the lions of fear, calm the storms surrounding you, and breathe life into what you thought was dead. Look to me, for miracles are not relics of the past. They are unfolding even now within the very present of your life, where my love and power are still moving without ceasing. Do you remember, my child, how I have always kept my promises to each one throughout history? None who have trusted in me were ever put to shame. When heaven's clock struck its appointed hour, the empty tomb sang the victory song of eternal life. Everything happened in its perfect time, its perfect way, and through the perfect person. And today, my child, I am also writing your appointed time. Do not fear that I have forgotten. Do not think that I am silent. I am arranging, preparing, and aligning the pieces of your life so that they fit perfectly within my eternal design. You only see fragments, but I see the whole picture. You see delay, but I see completion. You see waiting, but I see harvest. You see darkness, but I see the dawn rising. Keep walking, keep believing. When you cannot see my hand, trust my heart. When you cannot hear my voice, remember that my silence is never absence. When you grow weary, rest in my arms, and you will see my timing is nearer than you think. Be at peace when you do not understand my rhythm, for even in the pauses I am weaving goodness for you. Do not let the waiting discourage you, for within it your faith is growing strong and your trust is being refined. When my time comes, everything will align in perfect harmony, not too soon, not too late, but as the sunrise comes exactly on time. And then you will know that your waiting was never wasted, for it led you to a result that carries eternal value. Perhaps today you feel you are not enough, not holy enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But you, my beloved child, are the one I am calling. Not because you are ready, but because I am ready for you. Your time has come. What once seemed delayed is now the prelude to a new chapter. My word is not a distant echo from ancient scripture. It is sounding in your heart this very moment. My child, arise. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait until you feel skilled enough, strong enough, or faithful enough. Stand up right where you are, for that very place will become the first altar of your revival. My beloved child, there are things in human life that cannot be grasped by reason but only discerned by faith. One of the greatest mysteries among them is being chosen. Many still believe that I choose only the strong, the capable, or the remarkable, but no. My child, I do not look at human strength, I look at the heart. To be chosen does not mean you are ready. It means I am ready to reveal my power through your life. When I choose, it is because deep within you lies something I planted before time began, a small spark capable of illuminating an entire darkness. I have chosen before those whom the world considered lowly, weak, or insignificant, yet through them my glory was made known. And today I have chosen you not because you are perfect, but because I see in you what others cannot see. You may say, "But I am weak, clumsy, and full of flaws." I know, my child. Do not think that I choose you because you are prepared. I choose you so that I may prepare you. Being chosen is not a reward, it is an invitation into transformation. I call you not only to work for me, but to live in me, so that every step you take becomes a testimony of grace. Remember, those who are chosen are not flawless, they are those who allow me to use them. Once touched by me, they become sources of inspiration for many. Like a seed buried deep in the soil, appearing lost forever, yet when my light touches it, it springs forth and bears fruit. Some were once broken beyond hope, shattered so deeply that they could no longer believe they would rise again. Yet I restored them to make them instruments of healing for other broken souls. I know there are days when you feel unworthy of being chosen, when the shadows of your past mistakes cling to you like a haunting echo. But I say to you, the calling of God is irrevocable. Romans 1:1-9. What I have spoken over your life stands firm, no matter how many times you stumble. I do not change my purpose because of your weakness. Rather, it is in your weakness that my power is made perfect. My child, look around you, how many have walked through ruins, loss, and sorrow, yet when they allowed me to enter those very ruins, became the birthplace of grace. A mother who once endured unbearable loss now becomes a comfort to other grieving mothers. One who once fell into error now uses their own story to lead others into freedom. One who once lost everything now stands as a living witness that my love is great enough to begin again. My beloved child, believe that being chosen is an act of love, not of demand. I did not choose you to burden you, but to let you live with meaning. I did not choose you to prove anything, but to make you a living testimony that my love can make all things new. Walk in peace, for I have called you. Lift up your head, for I stand before you. Open your heart, for I am working within you. No matter how small you feel, remember this: I have breathed my breath of life into you, and that alone is enough to set all of heaven in motion. My beloved, when you know you are chosen, the true journey has only just begun. To be chosen does not mean you will walk a smooth road. On the contrary, it often opens paths that only faith can cross. For when I call, I also refine. When I entrust a mission, I also test the heart, not to make you afraid or weary, but to teach you to trust in me, not in your own strength. To trust me does not mean you must understand everything. It simply means you know that I am good even when circumstances are not. It means you know that I am faithful even when the promise has not yet come. It means you know that I am at work even when your eyes cannot see. That is true faith. Faith built upon who I am, not upon the outcome you desire. My beloved child, keep peace in your heart when you cannot see the whole road ahead. For though your eyes do not perceive it, I am still at work quietly, precisely, and with deep love. Everything I do carries a purpose, even when all you see now are scattered fragments. Remember, I never forget a promise, I am never late, and I never mishandle your life. When you choose to trust, you will find that my ways are higher than your understanding, but never distant from your heart. Though seasons change, my love remains steadfast as in the beginning, gentle, patient, and unconditional. I am quietly turning trials into blessings, waiting into lessons, and every detour into a road toward true grace. So release your worries and let your soul rest in me, for I am working all things together for your good, not temporary good, but eternal good. Perhaps you are in a silent season where every door seems closed, where you pray, and heaven seems still. But I say to you, do not fear the silence, for in that silence I am writing a new chapter for your life. Do not strive to understand everything, simply learn to trust. For when you believe, you will see not with your natural eyes, but with the vision of your soul. I am teaching you to walk without a map, guided only by my hand. I am teaching you to hear my voice amid the noise. I am teaching you to pause and realize that true strength does not come from effort but from surrender. Remember this, my child, I, the Lord, will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you, my eye will be upon you. Psalm 3:8. My eyes never leave you, not even for a moment. I know where you are going, and I will not let you lose your way. Walk forward slowly if you must, trembling if you must, just do not stop. For every step you take in faith is a step I use to draw you closer to my perfect will. My beloved child, trust is the bridge between being chosen and being sent. If you wish to see my glory, you must learn to cross that bridge one step at a time in love and patience. You do not need to know everything. You only need to know this: I am walking with you. My beloved child, the time has come for you to recognize what your soul has long been prepared for. Your season of breakthrough is drawing near. It is not a sudden burst of chance, but the fruit of a long journey shaped through faith, obedience, and trust. Every tear you have shed, every whispered prayer, every moment you chose to stand. When strength was gone, all of it has risen as a chorus before heaven, and now heaven is moving. The door I promised you is beginning to open. Breakthrough. My child, is not merely an outward change, a new job, a new opportunity, or a visible miracle. True breakthrough is when your inner being is set free, when the chains of fear fall away, and when your soul is restored to walk again in the liberty of the children of God. Many ask me to change their circumstances, but I choose first to change them. For when your heart is renewed from within, everything around you begins to shift naturally. Do you remember those moments when you prayed out of desperation, then fell silent because there were no words left? I heard you. Do you remember the mornings you woke weary but still whispered, Lord, I trust you. I saw you. Not one moment of your life has gone unnoticed. And now I am answering not with noise and thunder, but with a gentle breeze carrying the breath of restoration. Breakthrough happens when the veil that once blinded you is lifted, and you realize that I have never left your side. It is in the waiting that you have been strengthened. In the solitude you have learned to hear my voice, and in your wounds you have learned to love with my heart. Every trial came not to destroy, but to prepare. Breakthrough is not a reward for effort. It is the harvest of faithfulness. A seed does not sprout on the day it is planted. It must spend a silent season beneath the soil, letting its roots grow deep before life rises to the surface. So it is with you. I have planted my promises within you, and they are now sprouting quietly but surely. Your breakthrough has already begun, even in what your eyes cannot yet see. I did the same with Job. When everything seemed lost, he still declared, Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And after the trial, I restored him twice as much. Breakthrough never comes before the pain, it comes through it. For only when your soul has been refined by fire can it hold the glory I am about to release. My child, true breakthrough always walks hand in hand with healing and restoration. I am not only opening a new door for you, but also healing the old wounds, so you may walk into this new season unburdened. You cannot carry the luggage of the past into what I am doing now. Wounds, bitterness, and shame have no place in the land I am leading you to. Let me touch, cleanse, and renew you. For I do not desire merely your success, I desire your freedom. Beloved, the season of breakthrough is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the moment I place you, where you were always meant to be, where your purpose blossoms. I will position you to influence, to uplift, and to carry my light into places once shadowed by fear. Because you have been broken, you will know how to touch the broken with compassion. Because you once wandered, you will know how to lead others home. My beloved child, be ready. Your season has come. A new wind is blowing. I am renewing the earth, stirring the seas, and breathing life into what seemed dead. Open your heart, for I am coming not to judge, but to make all things new. This is a heavenly moment where faith meets promise. This is the hour when you step out of your past and into the reality of my word. And when you look back, you will see that every tear, every wound, and every silence was part of a divine symphony of glory. Beloved one, after the storm, the ground is never the same. Trees may have fallen, walls may have cracked, and your soul may still bear the marks of the tempest. But I tell you this day, no wound lies beyond the reach of my healing hand. In the place that hurts the most, there I will touch first. In the place where you once broke, there I will raise an altar of glory where my light will shine again. Do not be ashamed of the scars, my child, for every wound that I have touched becomes a testimony of grace. Like a broken vessel mended with gold, I will restore your heart with the radiant light of my love. The cracks may remain, but instead of hiding them, they will reflect the glory of restoration. What once brought you to your knees will now be the ground upon which you stand firm. What once made you weep will now be the place where you smile with deep gratitude. True healing is not the erasure of the past, but the surrender of it into my hands that I may transform it. The past no longer remains a burden, but becomes the foundation of mercy. I do not deny your tears. I use them to water the seeds of faith. I do not forget the pain you have endured. I turn it into the material from which compassion is formed. You once suffered that you might one day understand and soothe the pain of others. You once were broken that you might tell others he can restore. You ask, Father, how can I be healed? I say to you, open your heart. For I do not force doors, I knock and wait for you to open. Let me step into the hidden rooms, the chambers of wounded memories, the corners of fear, the places no one else has ever seen. Allow me to cleanse, to wash, and to breathe new life into you. For the temple of your soul will only shine again when I am invited in. Healing does not come in a moment, but through a journey. There will be days you feel free, and days when the old wound stirs again. But do not despair, this is the process through which I complete my work. Remember, restoration is not returning to what was, but becoming better than before. Like a vineyard after a season of drought, when the rain comes, it bears fruit sweeter than ever. So shall your life be. Nothing you have lost is wasted. It becomes fertile soil where new blessings grow. Some say time heals all wounds, but I tell you it is not time, but I, the Lord of time, who heals. Time may dull the pain, but only I can mend the heart. When you let me in, I will touch every fragment, every crack, every hollow no one else understands, and fill them with myself. I will not only heal you, I will restore your place, your honor, and the dreams you thought were gone. I will turn your failures into evidence of my faithfulness. I will redeem the years that were stolen. I will bring back what you thought had drifted beyond reach, for I am the one who turns ashes into glory. My beloved child, this healing is not for you alone, but through you. When you are healed, you become a spring for those who thirst. When you are comforted, you learn to comfort others. When you are forgiven, you learn to forgive. That is why I have not allowed your pain to be meaningless. It will be transformed into your mission. My child, believe that nothing in your life lies beyond my power to restore. Rise, my child. Walk in healing. Carry the peace I have given you. For your time of restoration has come, and I, your God, am making all things new. You will not need to speak much. Simply live. Your light, the light I myself have kindled, will spread on its own, warming cold hearts and awakening souls that thought hope had died. Remember, my child, your light does not come from your own strength, but from the one who dwells within you. That light will not fade, even when storms rage, for it is held by my hand. You are not the source of light, you are its bearer. As the moon reflects the sun, you reflect me. When you live in love, forgiveness, and faithfulness, the world will see me through you. You may think you are small, that your light is insignificant amid the vast darkness of the world, but remember, one single beam is enough to pierce the night. Light does not need to be loud, it only needs to be present. A kind word, a gentle deed, a sincere embrace, a silent prayer, all these can become instruments through which I touch broken souls. My child, your mission is not a burden, but an honor. For not all are chosen to carry my light into the world. Each time you comfort someone in tears, you continue my work. Each time you forgive one who has hurt you, you preach the gospel through action. Each time you dare to love after being wounded, you proclaim to the world that my love still endures. Do not wait until you feel ready to begin. You are already enough, for I am in you. True light does not need perfection to shine, only sincerity. Live honestly with what I have done in you, and that very authenticity will awaken faith in others. I know there will be times when you feel lonely in this calling. The world may not understand, may mock, may turn its back. But remember, you are never alone. I am with you, and my heavenly hosts surround you. Each time you stand firm, even in silence, heaven smiles. My child, your light shines not only in the night but also in the day, to remind the world that holiness still exists amidst corruption, that hope still breathes amidst chaos, that love still triumphs amidst selfishness. You are the living witness of restoration, the living mark of mercy, the living word of my promise. Live as a candle in the wind, unafraid of being extinguished, knowing that even the wind belongs to me. Walk as one who has seen the dawn, no longer trembling in the dark, for you know the light has come and will never fade. And when you grow weary, when you feel your flame dimming, return to me. Come near to the source, and I will refill your lamp with oil. Let me remind you that a mission born of love is never a burden. My child, the world is waiting for you, not for your perfection, but for your authenticity, not for your proving, but for your reflecting, not for your carrying, but for your giving. Therefore, rise and shine, live as one who has been healed. Let your light dispel the night of despair. Let your breath carry the fragrance of heaven. Let your words become streams of living water to the thirsty. And I, your God, will walk beside you in every step, in every word you speak, in every soul you touch. For you are not only healed, you are sent, not only to live but to shine, not only to receive but to give. My beloved child, go forth and shine, for the night is over and your dawn has come. May the Lord continually remind you to live each day in faith and love. Subscribe and stay tuned so you may never miss the sacred and meaningful messages I long to share with you. May God bless you. Amen.